Hello, my future engineers. Welcome aboard. So each and every one of you has this question in their mind. Wherever you see your comments or any videos you're watching in the live as well, you keep asking me, how do we get top 1000 rank in KCET? Of course, to do that, every subject, physics, chemistry, maths, biology has a role to play in that, right? So today I'm here to talk about the role that mathematics has to play in your goal of getting top 1000 rank in KCET. So with that, I'm starting today ultimate roadmap. I'm going to share with you ultimate roadmap for KCET 2026 for mathematics. Okay, so in the session today we'll talk about our complete strategy from September to April till the exams of KCET comes to us. Okay, we'll talk about the events that comes in between. For example, the midterms are coming, we have practicals, we have pre-boards, we have boards. So in those events we'll lose some time. So how to make a strategic plan to do our work so that we get the maximum output of this, the resources to follow, what to trust, what not to trust, what to do, what not to do. So we'll talk about everything in detail. So stay with me till the end of the session. I'm telling you, if you follow this completely, you're going to be the topper, you're going to be the achiever of the next year's KCET 2026. Okay, so let's start now. Before I begin with the session, of course we are here to start the session only, right? But before we start any journey, that is like day one, right? Day one we are starting a journey. But what is day zero? What is day zero? There is a day zero before day one. The day zero is about what is the challenge, knowing the problem. So we will see first what are we facing, what is the challenge of KCET, what exactly we are facing right now. Have a look. So the challenge, of course, our first challenge is going to be the boards, right? So board will be in March 2026, maybe the last of February or the first week of March, your boards will start. Still the dates are to be coming. Okay, KCET in April, second week most probably the dates will again supposed to be announced. We don't have that yet. 2026, your second challenge is there. Apart from that, these two, of course, you know. What about this? Number 3, your last number of days. You have the events coming, right? You have the midterms in October, pre-boards in January, practicals in February. So you need to incorporate the number of days lost in your strategic plan of the whole 6 months. Where you're gonna solve mocks, when is the revision due, when you're gonna focus on PU1. So to make a plan for all of that, you need to incorporate the lost number of days as well. And of course, you need to have a smart planning. You don't have to study 10 hours, 15 hours every day. You can study a quality 4 to 5 hours per day and get the top 1000 rank in KCET. That's for sure if you follow that strictly for next 6 months. Okay, let's see. The first thing was challenge discussed. Now step number 1. Step number 1 is every topper, when you see a topper speaking, okay, when you go to your senior and ask, what is this? They ask the first question, how did you do it? So everyone has their own formula to success. Okay, and the first thing that comes in their mind is going to be time commitment. You got to commit some time to the preparation. So starting with, this is just for mathematics, weekdays minimum of 2 hours for maths has to be given. Not just because, okay, I've opened the textbook of mathematics and I'm done. No, you got to have focused, no distraction, non-distractive sessions of 2 hours every day on the weekdays. Weekdays means on the day you have college. You, after coming from school, from college, you got to sit back, study 2 hours of maths every day. Yes, it is unfair, but you got to do it. That's how. Maths is a difficult subject, right? You know that in KCET. So you have to spend 2 hours minimum per day. Weekends, yes, you have to give 4 hours of maths, a minimum of 4 hours of math in revision, PYQs and tests. You have to give mock test, bacha, whether it is 15 questions, 20 questions, based upon the time that you have at hand. But make sure that you have a timer with you. Solve 20 questions in, let's say, 30 minutes. Make a habit of solving 20 questions in 40 minutes. But you got to start getting your time per question lesser and lesser. You got to get to 1 minute or less. Okay. Next, total of 18 hours, this will become 4 hours during weekends. 4 into 10 is, 4 into 2 is 8 and 2 into 5 is 10. Total of 18 hours of maths per week. If you do that, of course, this is enough to get a very good rank in boards. When I say good rank means out of 100 and 100 you can get. If you see our previous year results, you can find a lot of students got 100 out of 100 in mathematics. KCET, again, you're going to get a top 1000 rank if you are able to follow 18 hours per week of mathematics. This is the formula, the time commitment. Every toppers, every senior of yours who have got a very good rank have done that. Next up, number 2. You don't have to do anything, just follow us. Okay, if you want to, if you are not sure, do one thing. Go ahead, watch this video. This video we have talked about numbers. I think some 50 odd students we have talked about, where all of them got 100 marks, 97 marks, 96 marks in chemistry, in physics, in maths, in biology. So a lot of students got 100 out of 100 in all the 4 subjects. So go ahead, watch this session where we talked about the results that we produced from our Deeksha, from YouTube as well. Okay, again, this is for KCET. Go ahead and check it out, the result of Deeksha, and check out the result of Deeksha YouTube channel as well. You will see we were able to produce top ranks by just being consistent. There was nothing required. So again, this year as well, we'll provide Deeksha Karnataka YouTube channel will provide everything that you need to, the strategies, the subject planning, the content, the last minute marathons, everything will be provided on our platform for sure. Whether it is for PU2, whether it is for KCET, everything will be given, and that will be more than enough to score top 1000 rank in KCET. I'm telling you, trust my words, top 1000 rank is not difficult if you are consistent, if you are following our content properly, if you are following our word, attending our live sessions, asking your doubts. If you do all of that, easily you can score top 1000 rank. This is the point number 2. Next is point number 3, which is resources. Of course, apart from our channel content, you got to follow some resources as well. So there it is, the first one, you all know, no surprises there, NCERT PU1 PU2. In NCERT, every single question, solved example, every question, exercise, every question, miscellaneous, all the questions. You got to solve every question in NCERT, PU1 and PU2. That is a must. Without that, we can't even talk about any results. PU1, PU2, NCERT should be covered 100%, not 95%, 100%. Next up, PYQs of past 10 years, whether for KCET, for PU2, you got to spend some time into it, make your own analysis. From this chapter, whatever questions are coming, from the chapter of matrices, so they're asking us inverse questions, not proving inverse, that A inverse B wala question, the property question, okay? From determinants, they're asking question on the equation format. They're giving us 3 simultaneous equations and asking us to find the XYZ value. So you got to go through the PYQs by yourself. You can use AI tools and understand the trend of the paper. From chapter wise, what is the trend? What question has been repeated 5 times in last 10 years, 8 times in last 10 years? So you got to see the trend from your side. Then only you'll get confidence that okay, fine, if I do this, that 1 mark is pakka. Next up, KCET ready problems you need to solve more. These are a little challenging than the PYQs, but if you are preparing for any examination, you got to go 1 level up. So try to solve KCET ready problems. You can refer MTG for that. They are very good books. Again, you got to write a lot of mocks, whether it is for PU2, whether it is for KCET, you have to write a lot of mock tests. You have to solve model papers. Your board provides that. Right now they have not given, but I think in few days they will provide your model papers as well. You have to solve them at the same time. And the last point, formula and error book. Yes, you have to maintain your self-made formula book. Revise it daily. Try it. If you can't make the whole thing, what happens when you say formula book? Students do one thing. Okay sir, this weekend I'll make formula book. Don't do that. Okay, rather today you can make formula for, write 10 formulas for 1 chapter. Every day 1 page formula. Can you not do that? 1 page formula sheet, make every day, revise every day, and of course during the weekend revise all of them. Spend some half an hour of time during the weekend to revise all the formulas. Error log book. What is error book? Whatever mistakes you make while practicing, not mistake, let's say you have doubt, difficult problems in integration, by parts question, different integral properties question, if you finding it difficult, put that in the error log book. Keep reviewing it every day. Okay, today before going to bed, I'll review these questions. Yes, in the 2 hours I said no, keep 15 minutes every day to review the error log book. So keep the question and the answer over there. Just read it once before you're going to bed. If you do that, you will see over time you will not miss those questions. The mistakes that you are making will actually become your strength. The weaker areas will become your strength if you are reviewing it every day, every weekend. Again, in the weekend you can spend half an hour. Every day you're giving, let's say 5 minutes. Weekend you can give 45 minutes. Okay, you have time, right? So please make your own formula and error book. That's the number 3. And the number 4, month-wise plan. As I said, I'm going to give you everything that you need to do to get a very good marks in maths and to get a very good rank in KCET. September month will be your foundation building and starting your PU2. Of course, I understand what you have already studied some part of the PU2 because it's already September, but still we can start from the very basics, very zero. Build your foundation with the PU2. So basically, to make any big change in your life, what do you need? You need resources and all those things, but you need to have a good habit to make any change, to make any positive change in your life. If you're looking for positive change, you got to make one good habit. Okay, so this will be month of building habits, building good habits. Okay, now how can you start? So you get to set your goal. Okay, build base, start PU2 high weightage chapters. High weightage means what? Matrices you can start, determinant you can start, continuity and differentiability you can start, AOD you can do. Okay, so those high weightage chapters you can solve. Even you can do ITF, that plays a role in calculus. So start the building of base and with the high weightage chapters of PU2. Okay, I have given some names over here: relation and functions, differentiations, and matrices. Moving on. So again, whatever you can cover up, please do in the September month. Anyway, you have to do it because your midterm is in October, so you have to finish first 6 chapters, right? They are coming for your midterms. Midterm is very important, very important. The score is very important. Okay, they are considered for your final marks, so very important to cover up the first 6 chapters. And sometimes I think they ask LPP also to cover the LPP as well. So total of 7 chapters are coming. Okay, so relation and function, differentiation, matrices. Next up, daily 1 hour NCERT examples and exercises. As I said, please make a habit of solving NCERT every day. 1 hour, 10 questions you can take. Okay, 10 questions from solved example exercises, chapter wise you can take. Okay, solve it. 1 hour of PYQs. So 1 hour of NCERT, 1 hour of PYQs. You can purchase any of the publications for PYQs, whether it is for KCET, for PU2, you got to solve that PYQs. Okay, weekends, add 1 hour PU1 revision as well. During the weekend you have 4 hours, so have 1 hour for PU1 revision. Start with some chapters like quadratic equation. What is this? Complex numbers, progression, sequences and series. So please start working on these chapters in month of September only. You might feel that, sir, right now we have midterm, why to spend time there? It is very important. Our goal is not midterm. Yes, we have to get very good marks in midterm, but our goal is very simple. We have to get top 1000 rank in KCET. So you have to work on PU1 chapters as well. Okay, now so monthly plan of September is over. Let's move on to October, the month of midterms. You'll lose some time here. Almost 15 to 20 days you will lose in the midterm process. Okay, so I'm taking, let's say you are losing 15 days. Okay, this is not big a loss because you are anyway studying the high weightage chapters of PU2. Okay, so if you are able to cover that properly and solve KCET PYQs alongside with them, it means you are preparing for KCET at the same time. Okay, now strategy is to spread this time in micro sessions. Don't spend 2 hours, 3 hours of time. Make it a 30-minute, 40-minute session. Okay, 20-minute session, whatever time you get to study, to make the small sessions. So study in micro sessions. Okay, and do not break the chain even clearing during examination. Let's say you want to study for PU2 midterm, okay, but do not break the chain of studying for KCET as well. 30 minutes you can do, no? Give 30 minutes you can give same chapter. You will study, let's say you have today studied matrices, PYQs, PU2 you studied, but half an hour please solve some questions of KCET as well. So do not break the chain of KCET examination during this midterm as well. Okay, next, daily just 1 hour formula review and solved examples you have to study. Of course, let's say you're studying whatever you're doing, but you got to spend 1 hour of time because you'll have in between you'll have breaks as well, right, of the examination. So give 1 hour of formula revision, review the error logbook. Now you can complete these chapters. First of all, derivative is part of the syllabus of midterm, matrices as well, determinants as well. If you have some, let's say 4 or 5 days left after the midterm, you have 4 or 5 days left in the October month, try to start the chapter integrals as well. Again, a high weighted chapter, I have already taught it on our platform, so go ahead, check the chapter. Okay, I've covered that in 4 sessions. You can watch those videos, solve those questions after downloading the class notes. Okay, so try to complete the integral chapter in October month. If not, you can come back in November, December to cover up the chapter here as well. But this month's goal is by December end, PU2 should be 100% complete and PU1 revision should also be on track. Remember, weekends we are doing 1 hour every weekend. Okay, 2 hour every weekend whenever we have time for PU1 as well. Okay, PU1 maths. Now you from till December you have to balance PU2 KCET every time. Yes, you have to balance. Okay, 1 hour of, let's say, NCERT or PU1 during weekend, and then you can solve some PYQs. Later move on to PU2, solve 1 hour of NCERT, then 1 hour of PYQs of NCERT, PU2, and 1 hour of KCET PYQs. Okay, so weekend you can spend some more time, make a proper balance between boards and KCET till December, because after December what will happen? You'll move on to only PU2, right? You'll move on to only PU2. You'll have practicals coming in, pre-boards coming in. So December time is there to have a 100% coverage of the syllabus of PU2, and KCET revision of PU1 should also be done. Understand, PU1 only KCET questions, not PU2 problems. Okay, not the board questions. You have to solve only KCET problems, KCET ready problems, or KCET PYQs you have to solve in PU1 revision. Okay. Weekends 2 hours KCET PYQs, 2 hours mock sections of 30 to 40 questions. Okay. Again, chapters you can cover, just giving examples. You can have a different preference. If you want to cover up other chapters, you can do that as well. But vectors in 3D, AOI, probability, and the missing one is integrals over here. If you want to practice more of integration, you can do that over here as well. PU1, complex numbers or quadratic, progressions, binomial, permutation and combination, circles and straight lines, you can cover up by the end of December. I'm telling you, 2 months are there. It's not difficult to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chapters in 2 months. You can do it, okay? And these are small chapters. P1 chapters are small ones. You don't have to worry that, about much in P1, because you got to be strictly to the point. Concept that is coming in the examination, see the pattern of PYQs, what are the questions they are asking. So solve questions of those kind only, okay? So this is your November-December plan. Now your code has built up. Comes the time of pre-boards. It means you're gonna lose some time again. How many days? Almost 15 days will be lost in pre-boards. And you have to give pre-boards with the maximum preparation. You cannot take it lightly. You got to give this with a maximum, because this will build your confidence for the final boards. Okay, then will be KCET. So this will be attempted with the maximum preparation. Strategy is complete board focused month. January is complete board focused month. Here KCET becomes your second priority. In January, KCET is your second priority. Okay, you got to spend time in KCET also. How can you do that? Work on the weaker sections of KCET. Solve those questions. Remember, how do you find the weaker sections? You have written down in the error log book. You have made these mistakes in integration, in differentiation. You have written those questions, right? So work on that. Build confidence in those questions. So work on the weaker areas. Keep the KCET alive. 20 to 25 MCQs every alternative day you can solve during the January month. And of course, solve 1 to 2 full mock tests. Okay, let's say 2 is too much. You can solve 1 mock test per day for mathematics. 1 mock test per day for mathematics for the pre-board. Before your maths exam, of course. After that, you have to move on to the other subjects as well, right? So before your math exam, you can just solve a 1 mock test of maths every day for boards. All right. As I said, board focused month. Next up, we have the month of February, the practicals. Okay. In that, again, you're gonna lose some almost 10 days. Other time you have to give time to revision, work on the weak areas. Let's say your weak area is calculus, your weak area is probability. So work on those areas, okay? Spend some time, solve some questions, whether it is for PU2 boards, whether it is for KCET, solve questions on those. 1 hour plus 1 hour time for formula plus log. Error log every day. Why? Because error log will have those questions that you were not getting in the first attempt. So review those questions, revise the formulas over and over again, because in the exam you don't have time to think of the formulas. You should come directly. KCET doesn't give you time to think of the formulas. Formulas of trigonometric function, they are very big formulas. Okay, you can't spend time to okay, this is the formula, was it right, was it wrong? You can't think like that. It should come like this. Okay, so that's why you have to revise every day formula and go through the error log book. Light but consistent. Understand, your boards are coming. You have to keep your KCET strategy a little light over here, but you have to spend some time, solve some KCET PYQs at the same time. At least for the PU2 you can do that. Okay, weak areas, weekend should be PU1 brush up. Again, this is for only KCET. There is no board for PU1, is it? You got to solve PYQs of PU1 during the weekends of the month February. And now comes your March month, your board examination. Of course, you're in right now full board mode. You're completely in the board mode. If you have a gear system, it is pushed to complete PU2 board mode. Okay. Solve 5 years of PU2 board papers. Last 5 years, try to solve it. If you can solve 10 years, good enough. If not, at least 5 years of PU2 board papers should be solved at the same time. Okay, maths, one shot you should solve 1 paper. Okay, prioritize 1 marker problem. This is where you lose marks. Because of the KCET, that the rank, to calculate the rank, there's a distribution, right? 50% of PU2, 50% of the KCET score. This 1-2 marks in PU2 maths, in PU2 scores of PCMB becomes very important. You got to keep this, if I talk about only PCM, 300 marks is there, you have to keep at least 290 plus, 295 plus. I know it's unfair to ask that, but you have to do it, and people can do it, you can also do it. I'm telling you. You are not able to trust me right now because you're struggling. It's okay. All of the achievers, they were at the same point that you are today, but they worked hard, they being consistent, they got that point. Okay, you can score 295. I'm telling you, if you're consistent. Are the questions difficult? Let me know if you're feeling that way in the comment section. Okay, so prioritize one marker. There's total of 20 marks coming your way in mathematics, right? 15 of MCQs, 5 of fill in the blanks. So 20 marks of your one marker is there. So prioritize one marker questions from all the chapters. Okay, you can refer question bank for that, you can refer PYQ's book for that, but try to prioritize one marker problems. Next up, we will also come up with a one marker series, don't worry, so we'll help you in that as well. Nightly 15 minutes KCET MCQs. I understand you have board exam, but whenever you can, I'm making a request, not mandatory, but whenever you can, try to give 15 minutes of KCET MCQs, just to keep your mind also with, you have an end goal. There's something that is coming up. So whenever you can, okay, just 15 minutes, open the error log book, go through the questions, see the MCQs of 15 minutes of KCET. Don't want to do mathematics, it's okay, do chemistry, do physics, but please open at the same time every night 15 minutes. You can do that before going to bed. KCET MCQs, PYQs. Okay, this is clear. Next up, the last 15 days stretch of April for KCET crash mode. Now we are ready to do everything. The last rush to our stretch to get that top 1000 rank over here. Your peak KCET performance is required at this point, picture. You need to have a peak KCET performance. You need to be in the full zone actually. What is this zone for? This zone is for getting the right speed to solve the questions. You have to solve 60 questions in 60 minutes. So you get to have a right speed of solving problems. Get to have right accuracy as well. And if you do that, if you achieve both of this, of course you will be very much confident going in your KCET examination on the second week of your April month. Okay. Daily spend 2 hours of PYQs time. Practicing 2 hours of PYQs. High weightage top chapters should be given preferences, whether it is from PU2, PU1, both years has high weightage, right? Of course, PU2, all chapters are high weightage. But PU1, again, some chapters are having 2 questions coming from there. That's the high weightage category, okay? 1 hour of mock test every day. Every day, 1 hour of mock test, they should be timed. And you should also practice OMR fillings. Very important. Save some time in that as well, okay? Practice OMR filling. Toppers do that. Go ahead, watch Topper's testimonial on our platform. You'll understand they had actually practiced this. They saved some 10 minutes of time, 5 minutes of time doing this. 5 minutes means 5 questions. Okay, that's why it is very important to practice OMR filling as well. Time yourself while solving the question. The last 15 days stretch, 1 hour formula plus error log revision. Working on your weak areas. Error log means your mistakes, working on your mistakes so that you can't repeat it again in the KCET examination. Weekend full length KCET mock should be given, 60 questions in 60 minutes. You got to do that, okay? And not only for maths, do it for chemistry, physics, all together. Biology also. If you're writing bio, PCMB, you have to write 4 hours of mocks on the weekends time. And not only that, you have to analyze what went wrong, what went right. So cross-check your answers as well. So this is your complete roadmap of 6 months for KCET mathematics to score top 1000 rank. And don't worry, and don't forget, okay? Don't worry, we are here, but don't forget, every subject has a role to play. Physics, chemistry, maths, biology. This is only the maths part. You have to do this. If you want to score top 1000 rank, you have to score well in all subjects. You have to score 150 plus out of 180. Okay, that's why it is very, very important. If you want to be in the top engineering college of Karnataka, you have to get the top 1000 rank. If you want to study CS and other good branches, you have to score that much of marks. It's completely possible if you are consistent. Okay, so with this I can end the session today. Thank you for joining in, and all the best for your maths journey of KCET for top 1000 rank. Any other queries you have, any other concerns you have, let me know that in the comment section. For that, I would love to answer your queries and resolve your queries. But with this, I can end the session today. See you again very soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.